broadcast will start shortly. Did you know the best run municipalities in South Africa are all governed by the DA? DA mayors are working hard to protect residents from bad governance and mismanagement by getting the basics right, delivering better services and having zero tolerance for corruption. This is the DA difference. The next broadcast will start shortly. Follow us on social media for the latest in news and politics in South Africa. Like and follow our page on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram and X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything. Be part of the conversation. Tell us what you think in the comment section. And please, like and share our videos with your friends and family. The next broadcast will start shortly. If you care about South Africa and want to make a positive difference, then join the DA. Visit our website at da.org.za for more information. Find out who represents you in your ward and district. Who are the DA mayors working for you in your town or city, and which MPs represent you and your causes in Parliament. On our website, you can learn more about our latest campaigns and how you can get involved. Join the Democratic Alliance to rescue South Africa. Become an activist, become a councillor, become a member of Parliament if you care about South Africa. Please visit donate.da.org.za. Donate to a cause you believe in. Donate to make a difference. Welcome to a broadcast of the Democratic Alliance. Did you know the Democratic Alliance is the stable anchor of the Government of National Unity? DA ministers and DA deputy ministers are getting things done with a special focus on job creation and economic growth, driving down the cost of living and placing the needs of the people first. Join the mission to rescue South Africa. The next broadcast will start shortly. Did you know the best run municipalities in South Africa are all governed by the DA? DA mayors are working hard to protect residents from bad governance and mismanagement by getting the basics right, delivering better services and having zero tolerance for corruption. This is the DA difference. The next broadcast will start shortly. Follow us on social media for the latest in news and politics in South Africa. Like and follow our page on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram and X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything. Be part of the conversation. Tell us what you think in the comment section. And please, like and share our videos with your friends and family. The next broadcast will start shortly. If you care about South Africa and want to make a positive difference, then join the DA. Visit our website at da.org.za for more information. Find out who represents you in your ward and district. Who are the DA mayors working for you in your town or city, and which MPs represent you and your causes in Parliament. On our website, you can learn more about our latest campaigns and how you can get involved. Join the Democratic Alliance to rescue South Africa. Become an activist, become a councillor, become a member of Parliament if you care about South Africa. Please visit donate.da.org.za. Donate to a cause you believe in. Donate to make a difference. Let's rescue South Africa. Join the DA, because the DA gets things done.
I am a mother. I am a father. I'm a daughter. I am a son. I believe in freedom. Freedom to earn a living, go where I want, love who I want, say what I believe, and pursue my dreams. I am brave. I am a provider. I believe in fairness. A fairness where our achievements are determined by our choices and hard work. I am a leader. I believe in opportunity. A nation where opportunity is plentiful and everyone's rights are protected. I believe in diversity. Every person has a unique perspective and an important role to play in building our nation. We do not judge each other by how we look.
And we are back. I am joined here by two very important people here inside the city of Joburg. The DA caucus leader, Belinda Kaiser Echizinjoku, as well as DA Ward Councillor Kyle Jacobs. You both are here fighting for the residents of the city of Johannesburg. And what a great day it must be for you to be here. Please tell us about the energy in the room. What does this mean for the mayoral campaign?
Well, the energy in the room is electric today. I'm very excited to be here because today we are hearing why everyone should believe in Joburg. And I'm very excited because Helen's already started unpacking what she's been doing already. And today she's going to go into a lot more detail. So I'm very excited to hear the details of what she's going to be doing to change the whole trajectory of Johannesburg.
Hey, we're excited for Gogo Helen. Your thoughts?
I am so optimistic. I'm feeling so hopeful. Today, Helen will unpack her plans to rescue this city and implement measures to upturn the ship around. The city is failing. It is crumbling. However, Helen Zille has brought renewed hope for the residents of Johannesburg. And I'm so hopeful, optimistic, and excited to hear about that credible plan.
Now, Belinda, caucus leader in Johannesburg, the taps have run dry. What is the root cause of this?
Of course, we all know what the root cause of the problem is in Johannesburg. The city of Johannesburg, with all its cadres that is run by the ANC EFF PA coalition, has not spent any money on infrastructure investment, fixing the infrastructure for the past 30 years. And that has obviously caused the burst pipes, it's caused the electricity grid to collapse in some areas. It's led to a number of outages and bursts across the city. Rand Water has been pumping water, but the water are not getting to the taps because the infrastructure has collapsed in the city of Johannesburg. And they can deny it as much as they like. We have seen the reports. We see what we see on the ground. And it's because of infrastructure failure and the lack of maintenance and the lack of putting money into the infrastructure.
Hey, now, speaking about the ground, Carl, you've been with Helen in communities, spreading the DA's message. What has been the reaction, the reception of residents of Joburg to your campaign?
Absolutely. Residents are welcoming Helen Zille into their communities in their droves. They are so excited and filled with renewed optimism.
Hoi hoi, 50 plus 1, hoi hoi.
Hoi hoi.
Hoi hoi, 50 plus 1, hoi hoi. Hoi hoi, Helen, hoi hoi. Amanda. She. Ha. She. Ah, chuma. She. Fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oh, hayibo. Ay. Asithi. Woza. Asambe tie. Asambe. Sekshubi. Ay. Wow, you know the song? We're doing like this. She. Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asamba.
Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena.
Ekulento esiyenzayo. Waza. Ekulento esiyenzayo. Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena.
Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena lufa.
Angiboni, anginizwa. Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena.
Ekulento esiyenzayo. Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena lufa. Nyakaza lapho
Asabathi, ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena.
Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena.
Ekulento esiyenzayo. Let's do this.
Asamba.
Waza sithi awuvalo dololo.
Asena.
Waza valo dololo.
Asamba.
Awuvalo dololo.
Asambe lapho.
Asambe tie. Awuvalo dololo. Waza awuva dololo. Awuvalo dololo.
Asena.
Asithi
Asamba. Asena.
ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena.
Ekulento esiye. Sing with me.
Asena
What?
lufalo ilente siye.
Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena
Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena
Ekulento esiyenzayo.
Asena lufalo ilente siye.
Awuvalo dolo.
Asena lufa. Awushaya ihlombe ngibo.
Ayeye tie ayeye. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce
Yeah.
the best group ever.
Yeah.
Isn't Tombi? Aibo. I've been stopped. Hey, I don't know.
Akusho basafuna dance. They want us to keep
Now.
moving.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, is it Tombi Zoguka?
Bashaya mahlombe.
Asabe wena ma.
Kikizela sangena into. She.
We are here at the DA Joburg pledge launch. I am joined by DA caucus leader here in the city of Joburg, Belinda Kaiser Echezunjoku, as well as MP, my co-host, Nazli Sharif. Nazli, we're here inside your hometown. How does it feel to be here?
Yo, man, it's so exciting to be here today. The energy in the room is palpable. It is such a vibe. Everybody coming together, ready to hear what Helen Zille's pleasures are moving forward. And it's so important because we have to make sure that we take Helen to the 50% plus one mark so that we get the majority of the votes, so that we govern outright to make sure that things actually happen in the city of Johannesburg. I was born and I was bred here, Kwena, and to see my city crumble year after year after year, it's very, very disheartening. It's very sad to see the state of Johannesburg that we are at now. But there is hope, and that hope is in the form of Helen Zille and her team coming in here to to rescue Johannesburg.
Hey, I'm feeling the energy now. I almost called you my partner in crime, but I didn't want people getting confused that maybe this was an ANC manifesto launch. Belinda, what are some of the issues that you and your caucus are championing here in the city of Joburg?
Well, we're championing a number of issues. One of the major issues we are championing is the service delivery collapse, which obviously has to do with the infrastructure collapse, the collapse of the power grid in the city of Johannesburg, the road issues. I mean, just yesterday, for example, we had the city of Joburg preparing to open a road only to find out that there's been a water burst underneath the road, and that has stopped them right in their tracks, which shows you the failure and incompetence in the city of Johannesburg. The second issue we've been driving as well is the governance, lack of governance and accountability within the city of Johannesburg. We've just seen a video this morning where the city of Joburg has snuck into the budget a 10 billion rand SAMU agreement that has not been finalized by council prior to the agreement being signed. We've sent obviously details to the Minister of Finance, and we've also served the city with papers by our attorneys. So obviously we'll be taking that on review legally as well. And then the other issue that we have been driving is also the road issues that is major in the city of Johannesburg. There's just been the cadre deployment in the city of Johannesburg is currently the major issues that is causing some of the other issues, the service delivery collapse, the governance issues, the maladministration. So there's a knock-on effect of all of those issues. And those are some of the issues that we have been driving, which we are so grateful for, that even though Helen is not physically yet in the position as mayor, she has been guiding in the background quite a bit. And we're very excited today that we'll take that a step forward by hearing what is she going to do and how is she going to step a little bit forward to push to get these issues addressed and when she becomes the mayor.
Now, I'm really hoping that the issue of roads are addressed. I'm from Pretoria, but driving through these streets felt like I needed an off-road vehicle. What are some of the things you're looking forward to inside Helen's pledges?
Yo, man, for everybody who knows me and in the platforms that I have, the number one issue I always speak about is water, water, water. We can't have the ANC taking showers in hotels while we don't have any water in our taps, Kwena. That is the one thing I'm most looking forward to, is Helen Zille's plan on how to look at the infrastructure, how to maintain and repair the infrastructure, specifically looking at the steel towers, because that's the one that affects quite a lot of people, specifically around the Parkhurst, Melville, Auckland Park, Westbury area, so that's the west side of Johannesburg, as well as what are some of the expertise that she's going to be bringing in to fix this water crisis. Unfortunately, we have seen that we just have cadre deployment in all of these entities, and this is why we are in a crisis that we are now, because the people who are meant to be doing the work, they are not qualified to do it. So that is the one thing I'm really looking forward to. The other thing I'm looking forward to is, how is Helen going to make sure that basic service delivery is happening in the city of Johannesburg? For example, making sure that the grass is cut on time, making sure that street lights are working. Kwena, can you believe that I had to report a street light? It didn't work, the other one went off also. So we need more basic services.
All right, that's it from us. Thank you so much, Nazli. Thank you so much, Belinda. It has been amazing. We are now going to be crossing over to the stage to hear from Helen Zille herself, unpacking how she intends to turn around Johannesburg and get it working. That's all from me, South Africa. Remember, don't lose hope. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Cutting to stage.
They want to sing Angan. You want to sing Angan? Asan. City when no man. Asan the when no man city. Shoo. Kanane segusele gana. Asan the when no kanane sizo pumelela. Asan the when bumalanga segusele gana. Wow! washa kancane sizophume kuphi la eJosi ekholi sekusele kana asame wena kancane sizophume asithi ke kancane sekusele kana washa wena kancane sizophumelela wasamalu kancane sekusele kana asame wena kancane. Let's all go to church and pray for the criminals. We pray for them to get out to the office. They must leave our offices. We are ready to cover. I say so in a Washa. City 2026 again. Let's go. 2026. Sekusele kancane. Asam kancane sizophume. Washa. Out 2026. Sekusele kancane. Asam wena man kancane. Washa. 2026 sekusele kancane asambe wena kancane sizophume asithi kancane sekusele kancane anginiswa kancane. Let's all stand up man asisho ma kancane sekusele kancane shoo kancane. Thank you, siyabonga ma Democrats. We may take our seats and sit down and relax. Tata noni tata.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all stand for the singing of the South African National Anthem.
All men, please remove your heads. Danko siyabonga.
Sanbonan Democrats, good morning. Thank you very much. My name is Councillor Nonhlanhla Sifumba. I hereby declare this auspicious event open.
Oi, noni, hoi, hoi.
I'd like to firstly acknowledge everyone watching us on the DA YouTube channel, and I would like to also remind you and urge you, everyone who's watching and everybody here, to ensure that you are correctly registered to vote. You can do that by checking your registration status on check.voteda.org.za. That's check.voteda.org.za. Thank you very much, Democrats. I would like to introduce a very remarkable woman. This woman has been with our region for the last 2 years. She's a member of parliament. She is our current Johannesburg regional chairperson. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage MP Wendy Alexandra.
Hoi, hoi, Wendy, hoi, hoi. Aye, Wendy Alexandra, aye. Wasa izopata. Watinta mafazi. Pasopa.
Good morning, everyone. And what a great morning it is to be in the city of Johannesburg. Joburg, Igoli, the place of gold. This name did not come from nowhere. It came from a hunger, a hope, from people who packed their bags and everything they owned into a small bag, and they walked towards a horizon they could not yet see, because they believed somewhere in this dust, in this red earth, there was something worth finding, building, and becoming. The belief in Johannesburg is its oldest inheritance. We are alive right now in this room. And I want to say once more, welcome and good morning. Before we start anything, I have to say, as the regional chair, to all the activists in this room, once again, thank you for everything that you do. It's not a podium kind of thank you. This is a real kind of thanks, because I know what it costs for you to show up. You sit across the room from angry voters. You knock on doors that don't always get opened. You fly banners in streets that are not always welcome. And you come back next week and you do it again. This is not ordinary, and never let anybody tell you that. Look around this room. We have more active branches in this region than ever before. Our activists are out there on the ground, in our townships, in our suburbs, in our business districts, and in our informal settlements. You are speaking to registered voters to make a case for a different kind of Johannesburg, a Joburg that is not in retreat, but one that is advancing. But we do have a high mountain to climb. This is not about getting people to vote for the DA. It is something much harder. It is about getting people to believe, because they have years of broken promises, potholes, power cuts, and unanswered calls. The Joburg people are tired, and they have become skeptical. They're going to ask us what is different this time. And today the answer is, today is the unveiling of our manifesto. It's not a glossy document. It's not designed to gather dust. It is real and honest, and commitment to the people of the city. Cleaner streets, reliable water, safety in your communities, economic opportunities that reach everybody, not just the connected few. Dignity. That is what every resident in Johannesburg deserves, full stop. Regardless of where you live, regardless of who you voted for last time, come and vote for the DA. We are leading this commitment is somebody that I'm immensely proud to stand alongside. Helen Zille is in this race. This is something more than money can buy, and this is nothing that stories can fake, because she has a record, a track record of actually delivering, the courage to say what needs to be said, the courageousness to follow through on that, and she understands what the city needs. And she holds an unbelievable belief in becoming the city that it once was. This combination is rare. We are fortunate to have it. Joburg is fortunate to have it. But let's leave this room with a clear objective. First, every single one of us in this room have a job to do. We're going to start the moment we walk out this door. We have to register everybody in Johannesburg. Starting with your street, your block, your building, your family WhatsApp groups. You make sure everybody is registered to vote, because every unregistered supporter is a vote that is lost in the election. Secondly, we need to get them out on election day. Every single DA voter needs to go through the polling booth. And third, we will not play for second place. We are not playing for coalitions. We're not playing for the largest majority. We are playing for an outright majority in the city. Because nothing less is going to bring Joburg back to what it should be. Nothing less is going to restore the shine in our once great city. Coalition by committee doesn't save the city. We need to govern it properly, decisively, and with a mandate. That is our mission, and that is what this manifesto is built for. That every canvas and every registration that we are working towards. And I want you to carry something when you leave this room, a memory, not just of the speeches this morning, not of the policy document and the launch event. I want you to leave this room with this feeling, the energy, the faces, the people that we love in this city, that we are fighting for, that we are refusing to give up on, that we are working hard towards. It isn't going to be easy, but it is going to be worth it. This is exactly what Joburg needs. Egoli didn't come with its name from what it was. It got its name because the people believed in what it would become. We are those people. This is that moment. Joburg is ready. The DA is ready. The simple question is, are you ready? Now, let's go get our city back.
Shoo! Aye. DA halala. Shoo. Hey, Kunzi. Are you happy to be here? Are you happy to be here? Please listen to me very carefully. If you found a cell phone Samsung G15 is not yours, please bring it back to me. High discipline, high moral. DA, we are not stealing. So if you found it, please bring back to me. Are you ready to sing? Let's go! You have energy today. Hey! Gelingilanga Pata. Wasa! See! Gelingilanga Pata. I don't see you up there. Wasa! Gelingilanga Pata. Yebo. Wasa! See!
Samba. Orders phansi akasukuma samba. This side I wanna see you guys moving. Why are we sitting down? Are we tired? Why are we sitting down? Are we tired? Asambeni. Angeni ugogo manje sinyakazeni.
Ake sakatala ngelinye ilanga. Again. See, Gelingilanga Pata. Are you ready to govern? Are you ready to govern Gauteng? Are you ready to govern Gauteng? Are you ready to win Gauteng? Somebody scream! Ayaphuma masala ayaphuma. Ayaphuma masala ayaphuma. Ayahamba masala ayahamba. Ngena Helen Zille ngena. Ngena Helen Zille ngena. Ngena Helen Zille ngena. Amandla. Wathi Ntabafazi.
Athinta imbokodo.
Wathi Ntabafazi.
Athinta imbokodo.
Wathi Ntabafazi.
Athinta imbokodo.
Wathi Ntabafazi. Shaya. Wathi Ntabafazi.
Athinta imbokodo.
Wathi Ntabafazi.
Athinta abafazi. abafazi
Wathinta abafazi.
athinta imbokodo
Wathinta abafazi.
athinta imbokodo
Viva Helen Zille, viva!
viva
Viva Helen Zille, viva!
viva
Iyangena itiye iyangena.
yangena
Amandla.
awethu
Awethu.
amandla
Phambili itiye phambili.
phambili
Niyabasaba na.
hayi asibasabi siyabafuna
Ayihlale phansi ibambe umthetho.
ayihlale phansi bamba umthetho.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce one of the people in the DA, people that make the DA the DA. I'd like to introduce our Gauteng provincial leader, Ntate Soli Tsepiso Msimang.
I want you to be quiet for a second. I want all of you to be quiet for a second. Because I want to tell you something significant about where you are right now. This same building here, this same building, in 1992, that's when the referendum was declared and was voted on, to then ensure that we end apartheid in South Africa. This same building here in 1994, before the elections, hosted the first sitting where they were educating people about voting, how it's gonna go, and the importance of it. This same building here had queues that were going all the way around. When people came here to vote for the first time, full of dreams, full of hope, full of inspiration and aspiration for a better South Africa. This same building here next door, if you leave this door and you go in there, that's when we started seeing disaster descending on Gauteng and South Africa and Johannesburg. This same building here next door, that's when we started saying, people saying it's okay when you don't have water. You can go to a hotel and shower. This same building produced people that went to parliament and said, even if the rain falls, we use our butts to pick it up. This is a significant building. And this is a building that today we are bringing a pledge to the people of Johannesburg. A pledge to the people of Johannesburg that says, we've heard you. We know that when Johannesburg sneezes, the whole of South Africa, in fact, the whole of Africa catches a cold. Because this more Haruaga Gauteng, a place of gold, the place that we know, siyazi baba benisuka emakhaya niza la eGoli nithi nizofuna umncebo. nizofuna ukuthi abantwana baphile lapha ekhaya. Abantu basuke kude, abantu babasuka eKapa, eNtshona Koloni, abantu batho babatshwa kuLimpopo. People were coming from Venda, Messina. People were coming from outside of South Africa, from Mpumalanga, from Limpopo, from the northwest, from all the corners and hinterlands of Southern and Central Africa. And there was a train that carries a whole lot of people to come to Johannesburg. These people came here full of hope. But now all we see when we walk the streets of Johannesburg is despair. We see our young people ravaged with drugs. Unemployment is rife and there's no opportunities. But we're saying to the people of Gauteng and the people of Johannesburg, the DA is here. We are bringing a pledge and a change that you can believe in. There's another one who wants to claim that he was doing exceptional work in Johannesburg. You see, there are other people who are schizophrenic. One moment they're saying, no, I did this. The other moment they're saying, no, you guys did that. Which one is it? Were you here or were you not here? You know, in Johannesburg, when Nico Diaga, when Belinda, when Michael San, and when Noni Sifumba and others were working tirelessly to get Johannesburg going, then one man wants to claim that he did all by himself. And then in Tshwane, where they were part of government, where they were part of decision making, and then they come and say the previous government, because of now they claim to be alone in the government there. You see, that's schizophrenic behavior. But we don't care about that. What we care about is the people of Johannesburg and what they want. What we care about is that the people of Forsberg and the surrounding area, Soweto and the surrounding area, the people of Sandton, Midrand, where water now is becoming an issue, that's who we care about. What we care about is a businessman that his business is about to collapse and is about to close because they cannot ensure safety and security and cleanliness of the city. What we care about is that young man from Soweto who's sitting in a corner ati ngizoyithola kanjani ngoba noma ngifaka ama-CV awukho msebenzi. What we care about is ugogo who wants to go to a clinic and find a clinic that is working, a clinic that is clean, a clinic that has amanesi azomnakekela. What we care about is being able to go into a police station that is able to then work. What we care about is Metro Police that are not asking for ichocho. That's what we care about. Democrats, we are going to make it. Never doubt that we are going to make it. We are going to know whether singena Alexander door to door umkhukhu ngomkhukhu siyongena lapho. Whether sizongena Orange Farm umkhukhu ngomkhukhu indlu ngendlu sizongena lapho. Whether it is in Sandton, open those doors. Extend for you, los me ek gaan nie werk nie. You can't say, I vote for you, leave me alone. If you want a city that works, stand up and get involved and assist the Democratic Alliance to do what needs to be done. That's what we're going to need to then do. If we don't change Johannesburg, you would have failed South Africa. Because if Johannesburg cannot work, Gauteng cannot work. And if Gauteng cannot work, South Africa is a failed country. So I hope that you're ready, Democrats. You're not here to listen to me today. Mine is to say to Helen, to Koko, you have done it once. We know that you can do it again. Mine is to say to the Joburg councillors, Ngiyabonga bafowethu, thank you very much for the hard work that you've put in. Mine is to say to the activists, my darlings, the ones that are closer to my heart, because without you, there is no DA. Ngiyabonga, salute. Mine is to say to the people of Gauteng and the people of Johannesburg, you can sit behind that computer. You can sit behind Facebook, Twitter, wherever the platform that you're sitting on and complain about how things are going wrong. And then still continue to have some of the same. Or you can stand up, come and wear this blue t-shirt, walk the streets with us, knock on those doors, make sure that each and every person talks about an alternative, and the alternative is a democratic alliance. We are ready to paint this city blue. We are ready to make a difference. We are ready to make South Africa to work again. Amandla! Amandla! Phambili Joburg, phambili! Phambili Helen, phambili! Democrats ngiyabonga.
It's the city where I was born and grew up, the city that shaped me, and the city I still believe can be the greatest in Africa. But let's be honest, today Joburg is not working the way she should. Roads are falling apart, infrastructure is failing, businesses are closing, and residents are losing faith in the future of the city they love. This didn't happen overnight, and it won't be fixed by the people who broke it. For the past 2 months, I've been walking Joburg streets, listening to residents, meeting small business owners, speaking to workers, families, and young people. And everywhere I go, I hear the same thing. People want their city back, a city that works, a city where services are reliable, a city that is safer, a city where opportunity grows instead of disappearing. Joburg is too important to South Africa to fall into decline. With the right leadership, Joburg can turn around. Services can be fixed, corruption can be stopped, and the pride in our city can be restored. I know Joburg can work again, but that change requires your vote. If you want a city that works, if you want Joburg to move forward again, then stand with us. Vote for renewal, vote for leadership, vote for Helen Zille.
Viva Helen, viva!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Viva Helen, viva! Again, Ukoko, again.
Oh no no no. Oh no. Asambe.
Abathi shi.
Atiye jaga tamajita.
Shi.
Atiye jaga tamajita. Atiye.
Sambo.
Oh no no.
Wangena.
Oh no no no. Ayaba. Shi.
Yawa. Ayawa. Samba. No. Ayati. Yawa.
Asan.
One, two, three, Asambe.
Waza. Yaba. Shi. Yaba.
Abathi shi.
Aset.
Shi.
Tiye jaga tamajita. Shi. Waza we. Shi. Oh no.
Abathi
No.
Ayawa.
Ololo, Helen Zille, ololo. Viva Gogo Helen Zille, viva.
Viva.
Ngena Gogo Helen Zille, ngena.
Ama.
Phatha Gogo Helen Zille, phatha. Tata Zille, tata.
Okay, everyone, let the world hear our war cry for this election. Get Joburg working. 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 Get That's what we want to hear in every home, in every street. Get Joburg working. Because we know our city can work again. Our city is not hopeless because we are full of hope. And we know we can rebuild a city we can all be proud of. Blue people, Dianitana nonke. Thank you, blue people, for coming here in your numbers to this wonderful celebration of our campaign to rescue our city. Last month wasn't a good one for us because President Ramaphosa, delivering his State of the Nation address, used our city, Johannesburg, as an example of a failing municipality. A few months earlier, he gave voters advice on how to fix their city. He told them to take a lesson from where the DA governs, because that is where towns and cities work. That is where towns and cities work, where the DA governs. Then, on budget day, Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana joined in. He singled out Joburg for having the country's worst financial management and called for municipalities to hire competent people to get our cities working. Now think about that. Out of all the broken municipalities in the whole of South Africa, the President and the Minister of Finance singled out our beloved Joburg. Why? Because even the ANC knows what we know. If Joburg fails, South Africa fails. But if we can get Joburg working, we can get South Africa working. And that is everybody's dream here today. The President acknowledged the problem, but he stopped there. We will not stop there. Because the truth is this: Joburg is not failing because of bad luck or bad weather. It is failing because of corruption, incompetence, and years of political chaos. Joburg has an infrastructure backlog of about 300 billion rand. Now that's a figure that none of us can comprehend, because 1 billion is 1,000 million. So you can imagine what 300 billion rand looks like. I can hardly do that. But the ANC coalition spends less than 10 cents of every rand you pay to the city on building our city's infrastructure for the water and electricity we so badly need. Only 10 cents, less than 10 cents out of every rand. And since the last local government election in 2021, mayors in the ANC coalitions of chaos have only focused on surviving the next motion of no confidence. When you are 100% focused on the short term, you will fail the future. Over the past months, I have traveled across our city, as you saw in that video. I have spoken to residents in all communities, from Alexandra to Sandton, El Dorado Park and Orange Farm, and everywhere in between. I have spoken to engineers, to business owners, to community leaders, and to citizens struggling to survive. And there are hundreds of thousands of those citizens. And everywhere people tell me the same thing. This city is falling apart. The government that we have now does not care. Broken pipes, there are more than 57,000 of them, which are reported every year. Potholes, more than 100,000 potholes that are destroying our cars. A corrupt billing system that robs hard-working people because it is so broken and so full of corruption. And the worst part, those running the city don't have a plan to fix it. In fact, they've given up on fixing it. The ANC is governing Joburg like a party that knows that the future is somebody else's problem. Someone else must always clean up their mess. And their partners as well. Look at Kenny Kunene, who is responsible for fixing Joburg's roads. Yeah, Onyansile. Oh, Kenny is responsible for fixing Joburg's roads. Hey, Undihle Kisanyani. Fixing a pothole has become such a rare event in Jozi that Kenny Kunene announced a ribbon-cutting ceremony yesterday to celebrate the occasion. He wanted to cut a ribbon to open a fixed pothole. He probably just opened another pothole. But I was really interested in seeing how that would turn out, and so I was watching closely on my phone to see the news of this great new ribbon-cutting ceremony for a pothole. But then I saw that even that was postponed. He couldn't even get to his ribbon-cutting ceremony. And why? Because another pipe had burst nearby, creating another pothole to fill. So he couldn't open one pothole that had been filled because there was another pothole right next door to it. No wonder he is called Kenny Kunene of the Pothole Alliance. That is his party. Kenny Kunene represents the Pothole Alliance. But what gives me hope, despite all of this, is Joburg's heroic residents, and you are amongst them, who believe so passionately in this city. You, the blue people, are standing up to save Joburg. Our city has a spirit that cannot be broken. It is the spirit of making a plan. the spirit of hustling and getting ahead, the spirit especially of taking hands and working together. All our candidates have that spirit. That's one of the reasons they are chosen. And as you know, we are all in the middle of our candidate selection process that takes about 9 months. But I'm very proud to announce here today that we have selected our first group of ward candidates for the 2026 election. And I'm going to ask them to stand up now, and please give them a huge round of applause. Stand up. Whoa. Good luck, guys. You're there to bring in the votes to rescue Joburg. And you are all the great people who help to get Joburg ahead. When one family gets ahead in Joburg, a whole street improves. And when your street improves, your suburb improves. And when your suburb improves, our whole city wins. There is only one party in South Africa that tries to bring us all together to rescue our city, and that party is the DA, the Blue People. Everyone knows that we can only get Joburg working if we take hands with each other. There are many parties that are trying to do the opposite. They are trying to divide us on race, on religion, on class, or any other excuse they can find to divide us so that they can get elected with only 1 or 2 seats, but at least they serve their own purpose by dividing people and saying that they only represent a few. We represent bonke abantu. We are for everybody in this city. And when we are divided, we know that the only result is instability in the short term and disaster in the longer term. Let us learn lessons from what is happening in other parts of the world, and let us consciously choose a different path. One nation with one future. One people rescuing a great city. It will take all of us working together to get Joburg working. And it will take a DA government to make that happen. We have thought very hard about what pledges we can make to the people of Joburg, what we will do in our first 5-year term. And here they are. Our commitment to the people of Joburg. Our first pledge is, what else could it be? To deliver reliable, clean water and a steady electricity supply. The people of Joburg pay for these services, but they often don't get them. We will stop stealing that is going on in the city right now. We will stop the stealing and the wasting of public money. We will ring-fence the revenue that residents pay for essential services so that the money is used to fix and maintain those services. And we will partner with the private sector to invest in infrastructure to keep this city running. Money collected for water must fix water. Money collected for electricity must fix electricity, not fund the ANC's friends and families and blue lights and Johnny Walker Blue. The only good blue thing in Johannesburg is the DA. That is the blue that will fix Joburg. Our second pledge is roads that work. We will fix the roads that keep Joburg moving, and we won't call a ribbon cutting every time we fix a pothole, because they will be fixed every single day. And by the end of our term, we will be able to fill potholes within 72 hours of reporting them. We will ensure that at least 95% of traffic lights work at any time. That might put me out of a job, but never mind, at least the traffic lights will work for the people of Joburg. We will restore order to our intersections. Driving through Joburg's intersections is an absolute nightmare, and we will use tamper-proof technology to help us. Because right now, drivers are sitting in chaos every day. And that chaos costs you money. It delays workers on their way to work. It slows the entire economy. It damages cars and even kills our loved ones on the road. And that brings me to our third pledge, which is, and this is a very important one, to attract at least 200,000 new jobs to Joburg. To attract at least 200,000 new jobs to Joburg. With a capable government and reliable basic services, our city will once again become the economic powerhouse of South Africa and of Africa. We will attract these 200,000 new jobs by bringing Joburg's business centers back to life and restoring confidence in our city. Because when there is confidence, businesses invest and create jobs. That's just the rule of economics. But we know that local government can't do this alone. Saving Joburg will require partnerships with business, with investors, and especially with the hard-working residents who believe in this city's future. And a government that helps them, not hinders. We don't need a government that gets in the way of solving problems like the one we've got now. Look at the facts. At the factories in Selby, businesses have not had water for over 8 months. We get upset when we don't have water for 8 days, and we should get very upset, but there are businesses not far from here that have had not any water for over 8 months, so they can't operate. And 4,000 people in that small area stand to lose their jobs if those businesses shut down. So this is probably one of the key things I'm going to say today. Failing governments destroy jobs. Remember that. Failing governments destroy jobs. In the last 3 months of last year, Joburg lost 49,000 jobs. And at the same time, the one metro governed by the DA, which is Cape Town, gained 69,000 jobs. That's the difference between bad government and good government. The one loses thousands of jobs, the other one gains thousands of jobs. And since the last election in 2021, do you remember that election? Over 400,000 jobs have been attracted to the metro that the DA governs, which is Cape Town. 400,000 jobs. That single statistic tells the most powerful story. Where the DA governs, the economy grows and jobs are created. And we want to bring that story here to Joburg to get Joburg working. Businesses go where cities work, and the result is more jobs for the people of those cities. Our fourth pledge is to bring law and order. We will kill corruption, even if the corrupt try to kill us. We will kill corruption and make public spaces safer. More jobs will help us fight crime, but that won't be enough. We will be unapologetically tough on crime. We will reclaim hijacked buildings and stop illegal land invasions. We will have zero tolerance for corruption and illegal immigration that undermine the rule of law. Crime destroys cities. We will restore order to public spaces and clean them up. We don't have to be embarrassed walking through the streets of Joburg anymore. We will have honest metro cops operating in every ward in the city, and there will be no mercy for corruption syndicates that capture our officials. We will fire corrupt officials. We will fire corrupt officials and send them to jail. By Achimali, we will send them to jail. And finally, we pledge to be a professional, modern government and build a city that you all can be proud of. A government that cares about everyone. A government that you can trust. We will hire competent professionals and reward good performance. We will not tolerate poor performance and laziness. We want results. We will treat our law-abiding citizens with the respect they deserve. We will treat you like customers, not nuisances. We ask you to pay your rates and taxes, and in return, we pledge to rebuild the city's capacity to deliver quality services and fair value for money. But none of this can happen unless we fix the politics of Joburg. Let's be very clear, politics broke Joburg. The choices that voters made in the past broke Joburg, and only the voters, through the political process, can fix Joburg. So politics must fix Joburg, but that can only happen if voters understand their role in that and deliver the blue party to govern the city. The ANC's brand is corruption, crime, and collapse. That is the ANC's brand. There have been a lot of studies. When you say to people, what is the first word that comes into your head when you hear ANC, 90% of the people say corruption. 90% of the people claim corruption. The DA's brand is making things work. That is the DA's brand. Maintaining roads, removing refuse, delivering clean water and reliable electricity. All the things you need to build a better life on and to get ahead in your life. There are people who will lie to you and tell you that the DA only governs well in the suburbs and for certain categories of people. This is demonstrably false. Look at the evidence. This statement is false. Using all available official statistics to compare South African cities, the evidence tells you that cities governed by the DA are cities where poor people have the best chance in life. Places like Cape Town and Midvaal, and other places where the DA leads stable governments, are head and shoulders above the rest. I'm going to ask you some questions now. Who delivers better to all communities? The DA. Who attracts investment for more jobs? The DA. Who delivers the most subsidized housing? The DA. I can go on and on. But the most important statistic by far is this. Absolute poverty in Cape Town has dropped from 33% when the ANC governed Cape Town to 19% now. That is the most important statistic to tell our critics who say we only govern for the suburbs. Absolute poverty in Cape Town has dropped from 33% when the ANC governed to 19% today. Now, of course, 19% is still too high and there is a lot of work to do. But the trend is moving in the right direction. And tragically, that can't be said for most other parts of the country. The debate on who governs better is now over. Game, set, and match. Poor people have a better life where the DA governs. There's no argument about that. All the government's official statistics tell us that. In fact, ironically, because you'll remember what the old ANC slogan was in 1994, in fact, ironically, it is the DA that actually delivers that better life for all. And we can do that in Joburg too, but we cannot do it without you, every single one of you. There are only two parties that have a chance of being the biggest in Joburg after the 2026 election. Only two. One is the ANC and the other is the DA. The Smolanyana parties just keep the ANC in power. They are part of the problem. There is only one way to be part of the solution in Johannesburg, and that is to vote DA. That is true. In the last local government election in 2021, I'm sad to say that only 43% of registered voters in Joburg actually voted. More than half did not even bother. In this year's election, we need at least 80% of all DA supporters to go to the polls and vote DA on both ballots, because everyone will have 2 votes. If everyone who loves Joburg as much as we do works together to rescue her, we can get this great city working. Idia yadibanisa. Ikongolose yahlukanisa. And when Joburg works, the people of Joburg work. And when the people of Joburg work, South Africa wins. So we have to get Joburg working. 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 Get Joburg working.
Abuja. Asamba mtana.
Viva DA.
Asamba DA. Sexually.
Manda.
Are you ready to go?
Saitati Joburg, Saitata. Wagenu Helen Wagena. Saitati Joburg, Saitata. Ati she.
Get Joburg working. Get Joburg working. Get Joburg working. Waza. Get
Joburg working.
Waza.
Get Joburg working.
Waza.
Get Joburg working.
I will.
Get Joburg working.
Viva DA, viva.
Viva.
Every single time I am on this podcast platform, I speak about water. Because I, as a resident in Joburg, born and bred, I love my city. 23 days.
Yeah.
23 days of not having water in parts of Johannesburg, Melville, Emmarentia, Parktown North, Brixton, Auckland Park. A huge amount of Johannesburg does not have water.
The big question is this. People in DA-run municipalities have water.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
what is the difference? It is a management issue. And the answer is not going to come from a Sona speech. The answer is going to come from the ballot box. Cyril Ramaphosa can make speeches for the next 20 years. Vote in a government that can actually deliver water. You want water? Vote for water.
The DA Podcast.
Thanks for watching. Join the mission to rescue South Africa. Like and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. Join the DA, because the DA gets things done.